I have a couple of questions. It's like it's kind of random, I guess you could say. Well, random isn't kind of, it is random, right? So I was thinking about someone who has always created posts and put them up on Lipstick Alley for some reason. It's like they were keeping up and always watching this channel. And it's really curious of all the things that they have said over the years. I'm talking about this individual who is also disguised and on Lipstick Alley. And they have posted about this channel for some time. Mhm. And they often questioned my every move or decision around this individual, the defendant. But it's really curious. As much as they have posted, they didn't post anything about this. They didn't post a peep. I thought about it. They have posted on videos that I have created over the years, and it would be as if it's a mirrored message that you would see on YouTube. But it's really curious that they didn't or haven't posted on the legal aspect as much as they question, when am I going to file a lawsuit? When am I going to get a private investigator? I'm talking about Blaine Greenwich. Let's say her name 3 times. That's 1. 2. Blaine Greenwich. 3. Blaine Greenwich. Blaine, you still have your Twitter account with my legal name as your Twitter, uh, like on your thumbnail. It's right there, my full first, everything. Blaine Greenwich. You're anonymous, right? But you know what, Blaine? You have posted a lot about the PPO. You post a lot about Lara. You post about Michigan. But you didn't post about this lawsuit. It makes me kind of curious. And I gave it some thought. Because you're anonymous, right? Nobody knows who you are either. But you post, and your posts seem to echo and mirror. Now, I thought about that. I'm kind of curious about that, Blaine. Why haven't you posted that to Lipstick Alley? You know what, Blaine? I'm just beginning to wonder. Yeah, I'm calling you out because you have my legal name, and you've had my legal name post to your Twitter account for 2 years, more than 2 years, you have had my legal name post. And what did I do to you, Blaine? What what did Unwind with Teddy do to you? I don't know you, but you inserted yourself all along. Because why? You're anonymous. Across the ocean, are you? Mhm. You've posted about my videos over the years. hmm You've given your opinion, which that's what we do as content creators. But somehow you haven't, as much as you poo pooed and was a naysayer and a door knocker, I don't see you having post anything about this. How come? Since you wanted to keep Lipstick Alley updated, because I have your post. Yeah. Why? Oh, but you challenged me. You've challenged me for years and you've echoed the sentiments of someone, but you didn't post that. How come? Because if you really wanted me to take legal action, and I've taken legal action now, it's, you know, December 23rd will be a full year. And as much as been on the docket, you mean you haven't posted once? I don't even know why I haven't thought about this until now. And only because you post so much about it and that you have my, you're misrepresenting your Twitter account. It's at Blaine Greenwich, but across the title it has my legal name, and then you put Ann Danny. What's that about? Blaine Greenwich. Yeah. Yeah. You're anonymous, right? You got something in common with some folks. You've been around for a while, Blaine. You've been on the party line. You've been in communications. hmm For somebody who's just supposed to be sipping tea and crumpets with, you know, just watching and an observer, you came along, you've been around. You've been around and you're anonymous. hmm And for me, what I've observed is you play both sides. You appear as this alias and that alias and this alias, and, you know, you run with the aliases to, stay anonymous. And that's all right. When people are anonymous, that's all right. But if they're doing, certain things and under the cloak of anonymity, that's probably not when it's okay. Not for me. So I don't know. I just thought I'd come on and yeah, I've talked about you now for about what, 8 minutes maybe? And that's what I wanted to ask you, Blaine. How come you haven't posted that, but you had so much to say about this channel and about what I should do and poo poo if you were really that serious? You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. I don't see where you posted, Blaine. That kind of leads me to believe maybe something else might be true. I don't know.